Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Muhammad Asim. I'm working as DevOps engineer. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can quickly set up the Elasticsearch by using Docker containers, and it is going to be highly available because we are going to use the application load balancer along with AutoScaling. So the architecture is going to be really quick in a way that we are going to use the Terraform infrastructure as code, and the deployment is pretty much automated. So let's begin. We have our AWS account. So just to update you, I just recently passed my AWS Solution Architect professional exam. So I'm really happy about that. So anyway, let's begin. Now I'm going to quickly set up that particular infrastructure which I've already talked about. So currently we don't have any VPC or auto scaling group. So what I will be doing, first of all, I'm going to launch the infrastructure which includes the VPC. So what I will be doing, let me simply make things up to date for you guys. Okay, so let me show you that. So I've already tested the previous deployment, so that's why I'm removing those files. So this tutorial is going to be from the scratch, so that is why I'm removing these files. So this is our main TF file. What I will be doing, just I'm going to deploy the VPC. In that particular VPC, the CIDR range is going to be this, and we are going to use the private hosted zone, and because the communication is going to be through the um, okay, let me just, yeah, the communication is going to be via private hosted zone. Okay, so let me just update part. Okay, let me call this cloud geeks private hosted zone. Okay, that would be fine. So yeah, that is fine. So this zone is going to be created, and this VPC is going to be attached with this particular private hosted zone, and we are going to create one SSH key pair, and we are going, if we wanna do the SSH, we are going to do SSH from that key pair. So along with that, we are going to set up the security group. So this is the database security group, although we are not going to use any database, but I just add it in my infrastructure. So uh, in the next step, I will be also creating another security group, which is going to be the application security group. And in this particular application security group, what I will be doing, that I will be allowing this Elasticsearch and service discovery ports, and other than that, we are going to set up the instance profile. In this profile, I have gave the permission regarding the Route 53 private hosted zone along with the EC2 console access. So instead of doing the SSH, I will show you guys by logging via the SSH console, and then I will be creating some SNS topic, and yes, okay. So let me simply move this part of SNS topic to the auto scaling section. Okay, so module is going to be that, yeah, that would be fine. So let me simply update this as well. So these are the cluster detail. Let me show you that as well. Let me just update some stuff for you guys. So what I will be doing, I will be also creating Elasticsearch, sorry, Redis cluster as well, but this that particular Redis cluster is not going to be part of this video. Later on I will be showing you Redis cluster as well. So for that I will be creating one target group for Redis as well. So this is the default default target group for the um, backend application load balancer, which is going to be used by Elasticsearch. So this is the target group I will be creating for Elasticsearch, and as I told you, I will be creating one more target group for Redis as well. So this is the host base routing as well. So if the requests come to this Elasticsearch QA cluster, qa.cloudgeeks.ca, the request is going to be routed to our Elasticsearch endpoint. So this is the one I was talking about. So this is not our concern right now. So anyway, let's begin. One thing I need to update you regarding the Elasticsearch. These are the entries which we will be performing uh, when our private hosted zone is created, and we will enter these entries in our Route 53. So currently, if I do pwd, let me show you from the scratch. If I simply open my git bash, I will be navigating to this Elasticsearch, and what we have Terraform here. So as I remove this dot Terraform directory, now what I'm doing the Terraform init. What it does, that it will install the relevant modules. We are going to set up the application load balancer, internal application load balancer, so it is not going to be publicly available, so it is pretty much secure. By the way, it is not HTTPS. Currently this video is more with regard to setting up the internal Elasticsearch cluster, so that's why it is going to be on HTTP. So it is uh, it is going to be pretty secure, as we are going to use the internal side ranges, which is going to be the 10.10. So what I will be doing, so let me first of all uh, go for the Terraform apply. If everything goes well, it will show us that it will going to deploy the um, infrastructure with regard to the VPC section. Along with that, it is going to set up the private hosted zone. We are going to use for logging, I'm going to show you, we are going to use the CloudWatch logs. So everything is going to be automatically deployed. So yes, let okay, yes. So currently what we will be doing right now, if I navigate to my VPC section, you will see VPC is going to be started. So it is going to be Cloud Geeks. This is for the QA environment. So this is our side range 10.10 slash 16. Okay, so if I click here and I'm going to copy the VPC ID and click on the subnet section. Okay, simply do refresh. You will see that the public net and other subnets are going to be created. So in public net, it is just like we have public subnet, and in webnet we have a private uh, subnet along with the database, and data net is going to be for database. So let me show you a little bit more with regard to that as well. So if you navigate to the RDS section, we are actually creating the this part. Let me show you currently we are in VPC, so we will be using DB subnet group. So the benefit of using this DB subnet group is that our database subnets are going to be automatically populated in this particular DB subnet group. If you want to deploy your RDS manually or via the Terraform or through the CloudFormation template, you can use this subnet group. So if I navigate to the subnet group section, you will see one subnet is created. So if I click this, so you see all the DB subnet group uh, are available. So this is the highly available architecture in a way that I've tried to use all the availability zones. So anyway, this is with regard to the VPC. Let's see what we have right now. It is still creating, and it is also creating. It will create one NAT gateway as well. So it is totally depend on you how many NAT gateway you are looking to deploy. So we are going to use one NAT gateway, and once this is done, we are going to navigate to the route 53 section. So from that part, our journey with regard to the deployment of Elasticsearch is going to be started. So if you navigate to this section, you will see that one one private hosted zone CloudGeek CA is created. So what we will be doing, we need this private hosted zone ID. So let me show you that why we need it. So simply I'm going to copy this, and if I navigate to my code section, currently is deploying the backend load balancer as well. So let me show you guys that part as well. So simply remove this RDS, we don't need it, so we don't need this as well. So if I navigate to the application load balancer section, okay, so this load balancer is going to be internal. So let me open this one. So okay, this is the backend application Elasticsearch QA load balancer, and you see this is internal. So this is going to be our endpoint of Elasticsearch. So anyway, what our intention is going to be that we are going to use this private hosted zone for our Elasticsearch cluster. So if I navigate to my launch configurations and user data, these are the scripts which are going to be automatically update our Elasticsearch nodes, and let me simply update this. So I'm going to update the other as well. So as I told you, we are going to set up the 3-node Elasticsearch cluster, and it is going to use the AutoScaling group, and the nodes are going to be T3 medium size. You can also enable the encryption as well. So anyway, these hosted zone IDs are updated, and these IDs are going to update the our IPs of nodes in our private hosted zone. So let me simply close this. So what I'm going to do, I will be navigating to the route 53 section, and I will be creating these 3 entries. What are these entries? These entries are with regard to the nodes. So I'm going to simply copy this entry, Elasticsearch node 1 QA. So this is my domain, private hosted zone domain. So what I will be doing, I will be creating a simple A record. Okay, and let's put the TTL to 10 seconds. So why I'm adding these 1 2 3 4, because this IP addresses are going to be automatically updated. So this is the one entry, although I can automate this part as well, but it is going to be too much automation, so your understanding is going to be, little bit restricted might be. So that is why I added some manual part as well. So it is not going to be too much, but um, for your understanding that how service discovery between the cluster is going to be happen via the private hosted zone, that is why I added this part as well, although this can be automated as well. So, and it is going to be just one time. It's not that you're going to put these entries every time, because these entries are going to be automatically updated via the automation we have set up. So these are the entries, three entries. As I told you, this is a 3 node cluster, and I'm going to simply add one more entry, and this entry is going to be the endpoint of our cluster. So this is the endpoint of our cluster. So everything is defined in those particular scripts. So we are going to use the Docker as well. If I navigate to this section, you will see um, this is the Docker volume we will be creating, and uh, we will be using the host networking of Docker, and this is the power of using Docker. We have not actually containerized our application. We are using the simple Elasticsearch, and this is going to be mounted on our host as well. So I'm going to use this particular latest image of Elasticsearch. I guess this is the latest as they have provided on their official website. You can use the Docker Hub or any other site to deploy and test whether whichever version you are looking to deploy in your infrastructure. So this is the log group I will be using, and this log group is already created, and let me show you that part as well. So these are the nodes which it is going to discover, and I've put all the information already there. So as far as the persist mounting of nodes, your data will be persistent. So this is the Elasticsearch node 1 data, and we are going to use the named volumes, doc name volumes. So it's going to be persistent, and there will be a replication on those particular nodes. So anyway, we have done our part. So hopefully our infrastructure is set up. What now I will be doing, that I will bring this part of um, Elasticsearch. What I'm going to do, I'm going to show you. I'm going to simply put this here, and I'm going to use the Terraform apply, and what it does, that it will deploy the whole automation for us. So first of all, let me show you that part as well. This is the application load balancer. So if I go to the listener section, you will see that one listener, as I told you, we are going to use the port 80, and it is going we are going to use this Elasticsearch nodes QA, and our deployment is going to be automated in a way that we are going to now let me show you that these are the target group. This is our target. Currently we don't have any stuff in our launch configuration, and there is no stuff in auto scaling. So what I will be doing, that I will be using Terraform apply to deploy our cluster. Okay, it says Terraform in it because these modules are not installed. What it does, it will set up the three okay, it will set up the three launch configuration, three auto scaling group, and we are going to use one nodes in each auto scaling. Along with that, the health check is going to be on our application. So let me navigate to this section while it is deploying. So if I navigate to my Route 53 section, first of all, let me simply show you guys that if I navigate to the launch configuration, you will see that three launch configuration are going to be available here if everything goes well. So and also let me show you that SNS topic is going to be created, which is going to be the info@cloudgeeks.ca, and let me show you that part as well. So if I navigate to the CloudWatch section for logging, and if I navigate to the SNS topic, okay, let me, I'm unable to find it. So anyway, just put SNS here, simple notification service. So if you navigate to the cloud watch section, you will see that one log group is going to be created, which is going to be the Cloud Geeks Q Elasticsearch. So in this we have one stream which is going to be available in few moments, and along with that we have one SNS topic. Okay, if you navigate to the SNS section, this is going to call my info@cloudgeeks.ca. So hopefully I get an email, and what I will be doing, that I will be um, make sure that I should confirm the subscription as well. So the beauty of this, if any EC2 instance goes down, it will simply email me via the SNS. So you see this is confirmed. So if I navigate to this section, you will see one stream is going to be available, which is going to be the Elastic search stream for our nodes. So if I navigate to the EC2 section, navigate to the target groups, and navigate to this particular Elasticsearch QA, and you see everything goes well, and three nodes are going to be initialized, and in these three nodes our script is going to be running. And if I navigate to the route 53 section, currently these are the IP addresses. If I refresh it, you will see that these are going to be updated. You see these are the IPs of nodes which are automatically updated because we are using this private hosted zone, and service discovery is going to be um automatically done. So okay, let me, okay, I forgot to put the endpoint of Elasticsearch Cluster. If I put Cloud Geek CA, okay, let me make this entry as well, and it is going to be not a simple, it is going to be alias toward that particular application load balancer. If I navigate to the application load balancer section, US East 1, okay, and this is the load balancer we are going to be using. So this part is also done. So these are the four entries which I've done. So this is our Elasticsearch endpoint, which is going to be the three nodes. And if I navigate to this section, you see all nodes are healthy. So how we can test this? So also I need to show you guys that the logs are going to be available in this particular stream, Elasticsearch. So you see everything is pretty much automated. This is the powerful combination of Terraform, Docker, and if you just combine these automated tools, the deployment of Elasticsearch cluster is going to be highly available. And if you navigate to this section, you see these are the three nodes which are pretty much highly available in a way that these are deployed in different availability zones. And if I navigate to this part of this, you will see the logging as well. And if I search for elected, there is going to be consensus between the nodes. And if I click once part here, you see Elastic elected as master. So the second node which joined the cluster is elected as master node. So anyway, this is not our concern with it. That is going to be automatically done with the internal consensus between the nodes. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to navigate to this section, and I'm going to jump into this particular node, and I'm going to simply use the console to access this particular node, and I'm going to show you the health check. And for health check, what we will be doing, we are going to simply try to access this endpoint which we have created. So let me simply curl on this particular node, and you see it has been up for about 2 minutes. So you see the status of the cluster is green, so this is our endpoint, and you see this is the 3 node cluster, and we are not using any shards or other stuff. So every thing is deployed as we are expected. So that is it from my side. If you like the video, please like, share and subscribe the channel. Have a nice day.